In the summer of 2019, a social media event called Storm Area 51 went live. The post was intended as an internet joke, but within weeks, millions of people were clicking interested or going. These weren't anonymous clicks. Millions of citizens were publicly committing to one objective: rushing a top-secret military facility's perimeter to see what was hiding inside. The U.S. government responded by deploying military reinforcements to the Nevada desert and authorizing personnel to use deadly force against civilians if necessary. The military's history of silence proved ineffective against digital culture. The very secrecy meant to protect the facility made it a magnet for a viral stunt that required a real-world, high-stakes military defense. The target of this viral raid is a long, dry lakebed officially known as Groom Lake. Protecting this patch of desert requires overlapping security protocols. Personnel sign lifelong non-disclosure agreements with severe legal penalties, while the physical boundaries are monitored by armed guards, sensitive motion detectors, and constant satellite surveillance. The airspace overhead is so restricted that military pilots from the neighboring Nellis Air Force Base must divert around it. They simply call it the box. The military engineered a flawless blackout to keep prying eyes away, but that informational vacuum invited the public to fill the void with their own theories. Long before internet memes, the speculation started with the people living closest to Groom Lake. In the 1950s, residents in the tiny town of Rachel, Nevada, began noticing anomalies in the sky. Locals reported aircraft operating 50,000 feet higher than any known commercial plane of the era, technology that seemed impossible to the average observer. Coming just years after the 1947 Roswell incident, the government's refusal to explain these high-altitude test flights cemented the idea of extraterrestrial technology in the American mind. In May 1989, the silence was broken when a man named Bob Lazar gave an interview to a local Las Vegas news station. He claimed to have worked at a secret site near Area 51, providing the first alleged insider account. According to Lazar, his path to the desert began at Los Alamos, where hydrogen bomb inventor Edward Teller recommended him for a position with defense contractor EG&G. Lazar stated he wasn't stationed at the main base, but was sent to a highly compartmentalized site several miles away, known as S4. His specific assignment inside that bunker was to analyze and reverse engineer anti-gravity propulsion systems from what he described as captured alien spacecraft. The government responded with a total denial of his claims. Soon, Lazar found his employment records missing, and institutions like MIT claimed they had no record of his attendance. The attempt to wipe his history hit a snag when local reporters found the name Bob Lazar printed in an old physical phone directory from the Los Alamos facility. To his supporters, the missing files weren't proof of a lie, but of a government campaign to erase his history after he shared the secrets of S4. Decades later, Lazar's story received unexpected support. In 2011, journalist Annie Jacobson interviewed an unnamed engineer who also claimed to be a contractor for EG&G at Area 51. This second source provided identical details without being prompted: the EG&G contract, the facility name S4, and the specific task of reverse engineering propulsion technology. Today, the physical boundaries and restricted airspace of Groom Lake remain intact. However, the facility is no longer just a blank spot on a map. It is the center of a global debate over government transparency. The events of Storm Area 51 revealed a new reality. The more a government tries to bury a secret in the desert, the more the public will work to bring it to light.